excited, right? Yeah. I'm sorry, I've had alcohol, and that combined with complete sleep deprivation and insane stress, I'm gonna talk gibberish. So here we go, SJ, take it away. I just terrified SJ.
Wait.
They're broken.
One quick question. Do we have a Justin Steele in the audience?
Oh.
Justin Steele.
Justin Steele. It was here like 5 minutes ago.
Anyway, let's hear it for Justin Steele, everybody.
Hey!
All right, so you've all probably heard me talk enough, and I'm really tired of hearing my voice amplified. I do want to start part of the important process of tonight. Obviously, you all as guests, Golden Keys, guests of honor, welcome you all again to Providence, to beautiful Providence, to NecronomiCon Providence 2024. But one of the important things about the guest reception on this night is the awarding of a couple special awards that we've generated, that we've developed for Necronomicon. One of them is one that is a holdover from the previous convention. Yeah, you over there, don't hide. Previous convention, the previous Necronomicon, was a very special award called the Robert Block Award. And originally, it was actually given, the first one was given to Robert Block when he was still alive. Since then, it sort of transmogrified into essentially an award, a recognition award to people who not only themselves have contributed tremendously to weird fiction, to the Lovecraftian community, but also have helped other people that by their participation in the community as a whole have sort of, risen all the ships, essentially, who've provided a community, provided services, bent over backwards selflessly often to help other people in the community, to bring in new voices. So previous awardees have been, for example, Joe Pulver, who we'll talk more about in a little bit. Those of you who know Joe Pulver, who of you know Joe Pulver? Honestly, hardly anyone better exemplifies the kind of person that deserves the Robert Block Award. Mike Davis, are you here? Mike Davis, another recipient also. He's so selfless, he's probably out somewhere helping somebody else right now, changing a tire or something like that, I don't know. But since 2013, when we first started doing Necronomicon, we brought back the Robert Block Award because there were so many people to recognize. And because the nice thing is, because it's hard to choose. There's so many people that have contributed substantially. Many of you are here right now. Many of you probably deserve vastly more recognition than you commonly have gotten. Your names are probably on a secret list, I'll tell you right now. But the nice thing is, because we only happen every other year, we've sort of said, okay, well, we can do 2 awards every year, or every time that we do Necronomicon. So this year, as is typical, we do have 2 recipients for the Robert Block Award. Again, the award goes to those people who not only have contributed themselves directly to better the weird fiction, Lovecraftian community, etc., but have also themselves helped better the whole community. And as either as editors or publishers or whatever, have made the community much more vibrant, much more diverse, much more active, much more supported. All the things that we as Necronomicon really want to do. So you can think of it as essentially a Lifetime Achievement Award, but it's really much more than that. So we have 2 recipients this year, as promised. Actually, somewhere over here are the actual awards. Oh, there we go. Perfect. And bring them over. SJ is going to show them off. I want to first point out, talk about somebody who deserves recognition. The original awards were based on the Shining Trapezohedron from the Starry Wisdom Church. Gage Prentice, one of the most incredible local artists, originally designed them. Recently, they were taken up by Jason McKittrick, another incredible sculptor and artist who's designed very similar things. I'm going to hold them up here. I want you to see how incredibly beautiful they are. It's a little hard to see in this dark space here.
On brand.
Actually, I'm going to turn on. Yeah. There we go. You can all see it. Can't you all see it now? It's perfect. Okay. Sorry. Take my word for it. It's gorgeous. So we have 2 of these. Oh yeah, there you can actually kind of see it here.
Oh.
There's also a weird warmth that emanates from it, but we're supposed not to think about that. Oh, there you go. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. So we have 2 recipients. I want to first have Jeffrey Thomas come over and join us. So Jeffrey exactly is the embodiment of somebody that not only is an incredible writer himself, but has also done so much work helping other writers, other creatives in the weird fiction community publish. How many of you have worked with Jeffrey Thomas before? How many of you here have done that? So, again, Jeffrey Thomas is the kind of person that makes the world around him better, and that's very much what this award is about. So, I'm not going to give you the one that has the other name on it. Can you also check the spelling real quick, just to make sure that's spelled correctly?
What if it is?
And if it's not, then we'll have to work on that. But yeah, there we go. We've actually spelled it correctly this time, which is great. Jeffrey Thomas, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, Jeffrey, please say something.
Well, I'm honored, and I will cherish this, and it's wonderful to receive this in the company of so many people I admire, and in the presence of my daughter at a convention that means the world to me. Thank you.
The next recipient who is especially bashful. And then, again, one of the things that is the first sign that you're giving the award to the right person is that they want to be anywhere else but here receiving the award. Donovan Laux, come on up. So Donovan, again, in many ways, in ways that kind of hide behind the scenes, Donovan is kind of the consummate wizard behind the curtain, that you benefit so much from him, but you don't actually see him working. And again, that's why he's actually effective. That's one of the things that makes him stand out, even though you'd never actually see him do it. So Donovan runs the hplovecraft.com, HP Lovecraft archive, but also does a staggering amount of work, almost to the point of where we think he may actually be the first artificial intelligence. We're not quite sure. For a lot of the planning and coordinating and fact-checking for Necronomicon itself. Donovan has done so much for all of you without probably any of you actually really directly knowing it. So,
If I could add, also there's an entire generation of weird fiction writers that discovered Lovecraft because of your work on hplovecraft.com.
So, and Donovan, again, he's the first person to go, no, I don't deserve any of this. Donovan, here you go. Shut up and take the award. But also, Donovan has some words.
Uh-oh, words? I got no words. I got no words. I'm terrible at speaking extemporaneously, but thank you. I am just flabbergasted by this. I wasn't expecting this any day soon. I feared it, but I didn't expect it. But yeah, so much of the work I do is behind the scenes. When I work on the HP Lovecraft Archive, my objective is not to find personal glory through it. My attitude when I make the site is, what can I do to spread the gospel of Lovecraft? And how do I do it in a way that Lovecraft would have appreciated? And, my name's this little tiny thing at the bottom of the pages. And so I just am not about being front and center and getting the glory, but it's pretty sweet. I have to admit, it's pretty sweet.
You deserve it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Again, it's always the people that are like, no, I don't deserve this. No, actually, that means you do deserve it. But okay. So expect 2 years in 2026. I think we're looking at August 12th to the 15th for those of you who are planning your calendar. We'll have 2 more. If
I'll
any
be
of
busy
you,
being dead at the time.
yeah, we'll all be. Well, who knows? We'll see if we're here
I'll
still.
be back after.
I'll be here.
So now
We
that
can bring you back.
now that we've dealt with the old folks, we're going to deal with something for young folks. So the other award we do is the Joseph Pulver, and it breaks my heart to say this every time, Memorial Award, the Beastie. And what that is an award to honor basically what we think are some of the brightest new-ish voices in weird fiction. And it is my great honor to give. Yes, I have them. Hold on. So just a little background. So Joseph Pulver was, and I make no bones saying this, the single most supportive human being in the world in the community of weird fiction. He was a tireless champion of new writers. He was a tireless champion of old writers that nobody had heard of, and just the sweetest person, and was basically, and still remains, I think, one of the hearts of the weird fiction community. And the man always had the most brilliant fucking mustache. Just the best mustache I've ever seen in my life.
Who's got a good mustache out there? It's not as good. It's not as good. Sorry, Ben. It's not as good. What?
And we hope that by giving the Beastie Award, to be continuing his tireless work of fostering new voices. So, oh hey, that's nice. I didn't know they were getting. So, we're going to do this in alphabetical order. First off, we have someone that I recently referred to as the writer of the most perverse filth to be found in weird fiction. Just a brilliantly queer and decadent voice, whose first collection is coming out very soon. And you may actually start seeing copies get into people's hands within the next week or two, I think. Just such a hard writer to describe. But
That's why you're there. That's why you're there.
imagine a modern version of Weimar Germany in a single person.
Go with tentacles.
Yes. And somebody I consider a dear friend, Elsie von Hessen. Speak.
You might want to wait until the collection comes out because you might think it sucks and want to rescind this. Yeah, I actually have a king in yellow statuette at home, so these two can hang out and maybe kiss. I was first introduced to Lovecraft through the wonderfully surreal black and white and red covers of the, I believe, Del Rey editions that my father had. I didn't read him until years later, but again, I'm a second generation horror, weird fiction person, and I'm sure my late father would be rather embarrassed about some of the perverse, kinky shit that I read. I mean, my protagonists are frequently sad perverts. I write sad pervert stories. Sometimes they're debonair perverts, but they're always perverts. But yeah, I mean, if you were alive, you would certainly be proud to see me getting an award for Lovecraftian fiction. And I'm gonna post a picture of my wonderful cat with this when I get home because my collection is dedicated to him. Monty. Everyone knows Monty, he's great. Woo. Anyway, I am surprised to have this. I did not know that I was getting this until people started congratulating me, and I'm like, for what? Am I supposed to know about this? Anyway.
Elsie von Hessen, everyone. And so my original idea for this was because we did put it in the book this year, is I was going to force the recipients to read about themselves into the mic. I still think I should have done that. Somebody's like, oh, that would be so mean. And I'm like, well, yes, of course. That's the fucking point. Also, is Matthew Bartlett in the room? All right, I'm sorry to hear that, but we can continue anyway. Up next, we have somebody who is, to my mind, the writer who most deeply understands cruelty and how that brings us together. with a psychologist's precision. Just the understanding that we are all literally suffering together, and her work is absolutely beautiful because of it. And another just brilliantly angry queer voice, Professor Paula D. Ashe, who I believe is in the room.
Yeah, there she is. All right.
Oh, I'm sorry, this says Justin Steele.
Talk about cruelty.
Pardon my language, but fucking hell. I don't even know what to say. Thank you so much. I knew something was up, though, Anya. I knew something was up. SJ, I knew something was up. I knew something was up. I am. My heart might explode. I might die. No, this is fantastic. Thank you all so very much. I really don't know what to say. I am so deeply honored. This is my first NecronomiCon. I had no idea what to expect. This is absolutely amazing, and just thank you all so much. Thank you.